Hi everyone, this is Emily. Just wanted to check in after episode 2 of Riverdale Rewrites. Wow, what a wild time. We get introduced to the Black Hood. So, taking guesses on who you guys think it is. Previously on Riverdale Rewrites.
Where's that sandwich that I asked for earlier, by the way?
Coming right up.
Does no one else think it's odd that my dad gets shot and then Grundy gets killed by a cello bow and I got her a cello bow? Come on, guys. Someone out there is targeting people that I'm close to. We have to do something.
Aw, yes. The one who has stolen my daughter's heart. You must come over to dinner sometime.
Everyone, I'd like your attention, please. I'm happy to announce that after the proceeds of tonight's retro night, the diner is able to stay open, thanks to the work of Betty Cooper.
Little does everyone else know that the real reason that Pops is staying open is because I made a large donation.
Well, did you get it?
Yep, got it from Reggie.
Nice.
Look out! Hello?
Hello, Betty. This is the Black Hood.
Who are you? How did you get my number?
Why don't you open up that envelope and you'll see.
She looks around, searching to see if they are there. Betty opens the envelope and gets back on the phone.
This is a letter from Black Hood. The shooter, Fred Andrews, and the killer of Geraldine Grundy. For too long, Riverdale has gone on putting on a facade of being a perfect town. Now that comes to an end. Riverdale must be cleansed of its sinners, one by one. But why? Why now?
I was inspired by your speech at the Jubilee. The crimes of Riverdale must be put to rest. And do you really expect Sheriff Keller to do anything about it?
But why are you calling me?
We're closer than you think, Betty. We both want the same things for this town. Let's not forget, you're the one that picked up the phone.
What do you want from me?
Get your mother to publish the letter on the front page of the paper, or I will strike again. You have 48 hours.
The phone goes dead on the other end, and Betty hangs up. The next day, Betty barely touches her breakfast.
Aren't you hungry, Elizabeth?
Not really. Mom, I got something last night that you should see.
Betty gives her mother the letter from the Black Hood, which Alice reads.
We have to publish it, Mom. The town has a right to know what's happening.
We shouldn't give in to the winds of terrors, Betty.
Everyone is in the dark when it comes to this killer, but now we know who he is and why he's doing it. How else is anyone supposed to feel safe? If you don't publish it, I will, in the blue and gold.
Fine, we'll publish it.
The register gets delivered to the people of Riverdale, and they read the paper's contents. Cooper House, day. Polly and Hal have read the paper.
Mom, how could you publish this? How do you expect anyone to feel safe here? Especially with the babies. Do you really expect me to stay here now?
Alice, this was taken a little too far.
This man forced this letter upon us. We have a right to tell the people what they're up against. He's finally revealing who he is. Who else would do that?
Don't be mad at her. I was the one who had the idea to publish it. He finally admitted to the crimes. Keller has been doing nothing in terms of progress, and this finally tells us something about this man. Shouldn't we let the people of Riverdale know what's happening?
Someone knocks at the door. Betty opens it to see Jughead.
Hey!
Exterior of the neighborhood sidewalk. Betty and Jughead head off to school. Betty is slightly distracted.
So, I saw that article your mom published about the Black Hood's letter.
Yeah, he walked right to my house just in time. Everyone was arguing about that, actually.
Betty, are you okay? I mean, I know it's my first day at Southside, but you'll manage at school without me.
Jug, I got a call from the Black Hood.
What?
When I came home from retro night, I saw an envelope on my porch. Then I get a call from the Black Hood telling me my mom has to publish the letter or else.
So you just listened to him?
What else am I supposed to do? He's a killer.
Betty, go straight to Keller.
Where has that ever gotten us? Archie's right. We need to take matter into our own hands if we want to catch this guy.
What do you suggest that we do?
Well, for right now, we're stuck. But maybe if he keeps calling me, I'll get something out of him?
Okay, if you say so.
I have to go, but see you after school.
Yeah, see ya, Jug.
The announcements play at school.
Due to recent events, it has become apparent to us that for the safety of our students, we have decided to shut down all after-school activities, including clubs, sports teams, cheerleading, and drama club. I know that this is hard, but it is the best that we can do.
Students pass by Betty in the hallway, give her dirty looks, and talk about her behind her back. Riverdale High Student Lounge. Betty, Kevin, Archie, and Cheryl discuss the result of the clubs being shut down at school.
I feel so guilty about clubs being shut down.
I mean, not to jump on the blame train, but your mom was the one who published that in the paper.
I know, but I was also the one who told her to do it. The other night, I got a call from the Black Hood.
Everyone is shocked.
It all happened so quickly. I come home from retro night and see an envelope on the front porch, and it's the letter from him. And he calls me and says I need to publish the letter or else he'll go after someone else. And the disturbing thing was, he said he was inspired by my speech at the Jubilee and that we want the same things for the town. I didn't tell anyone about the call except for all of you and Jughead. My mom just saw the letter. But, Archie, I think you're right. I think we need to find this guy on our own.
Finally, thank you. Someone gets me. At least now we know that the Black Hood was someone at the Jubilee.
Yeah, but that doesn't narrow it down at all. The whole town was there.
Yeah, but at least we know it's someone who lives in Riverdale.
What else do we know about him?
Nothing, but I'm hoping he calls again. Maybe then I can get more out of him?
Great, just what we want. Negotiating with a killer.
Cheryl, this is the only chance we have of finding out the man behind this. That's what we all want, right?
Betty's right. This is the only chance we have of nailing this guy down. We need to be in this together. Stay safe before anyone else gets hurt. Find out this guy's real motive.
Archie, thought I might find you here. We just got shot.
Southside High. Jughead enters Southside High, a rundown school full of untamed students. In order to enter the school, he must get a pat-down and go through a metal detector.
Forsyth Jones. I'd recognize you anywhere.
I go by Jughead, actually. And you are?
Toni Topaz. I volunteered to be your student ambassador. Welcome to Southside High, home of the serpents, ghoulies, jingle jangle, and any other problem Riverdale has to offer.
Great. Sounds like a lovely place.
Look, if you want to make it out of here alive, I recommend you stick around with us. Too much other drama going on.
Us?
Yeah, the serpents. I mean, you are FP's son. You might as well be one of us, right?
I prefer to remain alone, if you don't mind. More of a lone wolf.
I don't think that'll get you very far. Trust me, you want us on your side. Just don't mess with the ghoulies. And don't talk too much in class. No one likes a know-it-all. Any questions?
Yeah, so what's the deal with this jingle jangle anyway?
It's the cool new drug everyone's been taking. Highly addictive, distributed by the ghoulies, the rival gang to the serpents.
And none of the teachers say nothing about this?
Honestly, none of them really care enough anymore to do anything.
That's reassuring. What about the red and black paper?
Got shut down. Budget cuts, I think? Anyway, I'll be taking you to English with Mr. Phillips. He's the one that started up the paper if you're so interested in keeping it going.
Southside High classroom. Mr. Phillips, Toni and Jughead's English teacher, attempts to teach, yet students clearly aren't paying attention and are talking over him. He tries his hardest, even though his attempts might be in vain.
Can anyone tell me the significance of the title Fahrenheit 451?
No one responds to his question. Jughead gives Toni a look, and he clearly wants to answer. She shakes her head no.
Do you want another target painted on your back? I mean, you already have one since you aren't a part of the serpents.
Yeah, but if no one else answers, how is this class supposed to go on?
Trust me, This happens all the time.
Anyone at all? There's a burning book right on the cover.
Fahrenheit 451 is the temperature for burning paper.
Correct, Mr. Jones. Welcome to the South Side.
The bell rings and Jughead approaches Mr. Phillips.
Mr. Phillips, Toni told me that you were in charge of the red and black. If I may ask, why did you shut it down?
Well, Mr. Jones, after the ghouls and serpents decided to start up their rivalry, and this new jingle jangle drug popped up, it's been impossible to get anyone interested in writing good content. Frankly, students lost interest, and that was that.
What if we started it up again?
Mr. Jones, I don't
need
think...
anyone else to do it. I'll do everything, I promise. If it helps, I was in the blue and gold paper back at my old school. I just need something to be involved in here for my own sanity.
Okay, I'll take a look at some of your old stuff, and I'll let you know. Best of luck to you, Mr. Jones, and try and stay out of trouble.
Thank you.
As Jughead leaves, his phone buzzes. It's a text from Betty.
Moose has been shot. At the hospital now. Come, if you're free.
Archie, Veronica, Kevin, Betty, Cheryl have come to visit Moose, who is also in the room with Midge.
Feels like not too long ago we were here.
Don't remind me, Kev.
So, what happened, you guys? How are you holding up?
After retro night, we headed into the woods.
Wait, am I hearing this correctly? The woods? Why were you there?
Whoa, easy there, Sheriff. To be honest, we were going to do some jingle jangle. You know, the drug. Anyway, so we had to be secretive about it. Then Midge saw this black hooded figure out of the car window, and he just shot us.
Guys, it has to be the Black Hood. What do you remember about him?
Jughead enters.
Hey, sorry I'm late. How are you guys holding up?
Midge came out fine, but I might be in here for a few days. Guess next time I won't be investing in jingle jangle.
Wait, jingle jangle? Who did you get it from?
Reggie?
Guilty.
Where did you get it from, Reggie?
I have my sources. Actually, they come from the South Side. Surprised you haven't ran into them.
Is it a ghoulie?
What's a ghoulie? Something out of a children's Halloween book?
No, it's... Never mind. I need to go back to school.
But you just got here.
I know, but I have to deal with something.
Betty follows Jughead out into the hall.
Is everything all right?
Yes, don't worry. I just need to go back to school.
How is everything? Adjusting okay?
Yeah, I just don't have time to talk right now. Just come meet with me after school. I'll text you where.
South Side High, hallway. Jughead looks for Toni when Mr. Phillips approaches him.
Mr. Jones, I took a look at your work, and I have to say, I'm very impressed. I'd be willing to let you have a go at that paper. Just no endorsing drugs or gangs, okay? You can write about them, but keep it objective.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Alright, the newsroom is 103. Here's the key. It's all yours, Editor-in-Chief. Just make sure before you publish anything to run it by me.
Thank you.
Toni catches up to Jughead.
There you are. Where were you at lunch? Student ambassadors aren't supposed to lose their students.
I had to take care of something. It's not important. I actually was trying to find you. Who deals out jingle jangle?
You're asking the wrong person. All I know is that the ghoulies are involved. Why are you so interested in this?
Well, let's just say it's more widespread than just Southside High. I'm thinking of writing an article about it in the red and black.
Wow. So you got the paper back, huh?
Yeah, honestly, it didn't take much convincing. But I'll need someone to help me out. You in?
Sure. Anything you need, Mr. Editor.
Riverdale High School hallway. Archie goes over to confront Reggie at his locker.
Hey, Reg.
Archie, what can I interest you in? Any more jingle jangle?
That's actually what I came to ask about. Where did you get your supply from?
I said already in the hospital. I have someone I know from the South Side that gives it to me. There's not much face-to-face that goes on in the interaction.
Reggie, this is serious stuff. You need to stop the dealing. And getting Dilton involved? Then Moose and Midge getting hurt? You're better than this.
Archie, I have to make money somehow.
Then get a job, Reg.
Archie walks off just as Dilton walks over to Reggie.
What was that about?
Don't worry about it. He's just mad football's canceled.
Have the new shipment?
Yeah, here you go.
Southside High, red and black newsroom. Toni and Jughead sift through old issues of the red and black the former newspaper of Southside High.
Wow, who knew that people at the South Side could actually write some good stuff?
There's so much content. Who knew?
Betty knocks and then comes in.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, we were just looking at some old archives, paper stuff. Betty, this is Toni. She'll be helping me out with the paper. Toni, this is Betty, my girlfriend.
Oh, you weren't what I was expecting.
Oh, and what were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone totally out there. Freak. Not some tight ponytail, that's for sure.
Nice to meet you too. So, Jug, how have things been? Are you doing okay?
Yeah. It was only the first day, but I got the paper back. And Toni got to show me around the school.
Any drama with the serpents?
No, I'm trying to stay out of it as much as I can.
Okay. I don't want you getting hurt. Just stay safe, okay?
Yeah, I know. I have to go to work here, though. I'll catch you later.
Okay. Text me. Nice meeting you.
Bye. So she's the reason you don't want to be in the serpents, huh?
No, she's...
I'm a lone wolf? Yeah, right. You just have a super overprotective girlfriend. Listen, if she can't deal with you living on the edge a little, then what's the point?
I don't think you have the right in telling me how to lead out a relationship.
All I'm saying is that you shouldn't have to feel like she's controlling you. We have to start on their jingle jangle article. What stance do you want to take?
Archie waits for Betty outside Southside High to walk her home.
How did everything go?
It was okay. He's adjusting. Trying to stay out of gang violence, the usual.
Gotcha. I was thinking, how Moose got Jingle Jangle from Reggie?
Yeah, why?
Well, one night when I was staying up, I called Reggie to see if he had anything, and he sent Dilton over and tried to give me Jingle Jangle. I turned it away, but still.
Arch, why didn't you say anything? This is big.
I don't know. I guess I was just too busy thinking about what Midge said about the killer being a hooded figure, which sounds just like the guy that came after my dad. It has to be the same guy.
I agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't heard anything from the Black Hood, but I'll let you know if I do. I'm just really concerned about him striking again.
You and me both.
How are things with Veronica? Have you met Mr. Lodge yet? He seems to like you.
Not yet, although I wouldn't be surprised if it happened soon. But honestly, I don't really want to meet him. He doesn't seem like the, hey pal, how you doing type of dad.
Yeah, and V seemed pretty adamant about hating him. But who wouldn't love Archie Andrews?
What's so funny?
Remember how I told you I had a crush on you at the dance, and you flat out rejected me? Look how far the two of us have come. You with Veronica, and me with Jug. Who knew?
Yeah, you're right. And I'm glad we have something to laugh about even when the town is falling down around us.
Yeah. Wow, I wish we could go back to that time when we didn't have to worry about crazy killers.
You and me both. Well, I'll see you around, girl next door.
Bye-bye, boy next door.
Cooper House after school. Betty comes home to see Sheriff Keller and Mayor McCoy talking with Alice, Hal, and Polly.
All I'm saying is that the next time you receive a note like this, you need to come to me right away. We can't be giving the whole town a fright.
They have a right to know.
Alice, I'm the sheriff. I enforce the law. It seems like you're undermining me.
Sheriff, with all due respect, she did it without telling any of us.
Well, now she's the reason that we had to shut down all our extracurriculars. And I have been getting too many complaints about that today. Alice, next time, don't try to play the God card.
Well, thanks a lot, Mom. Now no one can feel safe in their own town. Everyone's all paranoid that they're a sinner.
Don't blame me. I wasn't the one who went around shooting people. People were afraid before I published this. They just want someone to blame.
Whatever, Mom. I've been thinking anyway. I think it's time for me to leave. Get out of town so I can raise the twins.
What? No!
Oh, please, Mom. You're the one that sent me off when you found out I was pregnant. Anyway, I can't raise my babies in some town where a serial killer is rampant.
Polly, you can't leave. I feel like you just got back, and we have so much lost time to catch up on.
Thanks, Betty, but I think it's for the best if I raise my children in a better town. I just can't stay somewhere that attracts crime.
Yeah, but you could run into crime anywhere.
But not like this. Betty, you'd understand if you were in my position. I need to leave, and soon.
Lodge House. Hiram and Hermione sit in the living room and await Veronica to come home.
I trust you haven't said anything about the diner.
Not since you last checked up on me.
What? I'm just doing my job to ensure that Veronica doesn't find out.
Why should we be keeping secrets from our daughter anyway?
We want to get her to warm up to us, remember?
Veronica comes to the door.
Mija, the woman of the hour. How was school? Anything about Archie coming over for dinner?
No, forgot to invite him. Sorry.
She immediately heads into her room.
I'll go talk to her.
Hermione goes after Veronica.
Hey, I know your father's pushing dinner, and I know you don't want to go through with it, but I think we should.
No surprise. You're taking his side.
All I'm saying is that if you think so lowly of your father, maybe you need to bring it up to the source and show all of your friends why you feel that way. Maybe they will side with you.
Since when are you against Daddy?
I won't get into it now, but I just promise you'll think it over.
Cooper House night. Betty sits in her room doing homework when her cell phone rings.
Hello?
Hello, Betty. It's the Black Hood. I'm glad you pulled through on your end of the bargain, and as a reward, you get to ask me one question.
When will you stop hurting people?
As soon as Riverdale is cleansed of all its sinners, namely, your sister.
As the intensity over drugs and gangs increased, there was more yet to be discovered about the black-hooded killer. The town had yet to discover who he was or what he wanted, and everyone was set on edge. But without a serious description, it seemed as though we were put into a corner, and we were just his puppets.
Southside High Red and Black Room, night. Jughead sits working on the newspaper when he suddenly hears a noise.
Hello? Toni?
He gets up to investigate and goes into the hallway, when suddenly he is jumped on from behind. Ghoulies start beating up on him, and we hear his moans of pain. End of episode.